If addiction treatment works, why do most people relapse? Abstinence, which is what is taught in addiction treatment, is very different to healing. It is a behavior. It's just stopping something. Doing something or not doing something is a behavior. And that's not the same as healing. Behavioral change in and of itself is not enough. It has nothing to do with going inside yourself, learning about your own journey to yourself, learning about why the addiction is there in the first place. So traditional treatment misses this. It's really focused on behavior and stopping, which makes sense when it's being destructive. I'm not saying it doesn't, but there's so much more to it than that. And real recovery requires learning and going on a journey to yourself, understanding why and what's actually happening inside of you, getting to know yourself. So let's take a deeper look in this video. Why doesn't addiction treatment work for most people? What actually happens in addiction treatment is there's a big focus on behavior. So you go into addiction treatment and there's a focus on abstinence. Abstinence is what you need. You need to be abstinent. There's no real understanding in the 12-step model or in a behavioral-based model or in a pathology-based model, i.e. there's something wrong with you and we're fixing it. There's no real understanding that the behavior and the substance or the process is serving a purpose. So what they're initially trying to get you to do is stop your coping mechanism. So let's take away your coping mechanism, but let's also give you nothing to replace it. The steps don't replace your coping mechanism. They're a belief system. They're a way of seeing yourself and a way of living life. They're an idea that's installed into you. So if that idea, it's not so easy to install a belief system. It takes repetition and it takes hanging out with certain people. And it takes beliefs to develop and form over time. So at first, you're left in a very difficult position. You're asked to do something with your body or not do something with your body. Stop taking drugs. And then that does not take away what the addiction was doing for you in the first place. So really suggesting abstinence or behavioral change is a solution to addiction is not really true. And that is why at least 70%, I think it was in the last statistics, people relapse in their first year because they've never really been given the tools or the understanding or the psychological education to understand and deal with what's going on beneath. And healing is what we really need. We need to heal. Like the addiction shone a light, like the addiction to substances, the chaos, the destruction, shone a light on what's really going on beneath the surface. So then it looks like addiction is the problem and we need to get rid of it to find the solution. Like the drugs cause the problem, the process, the behavior, the alcohol cause the problem. No, they just shone a light on what's really going on underneath. Like we have looked at in this video, that's been going on forever. We've just found this ultimate way of coping, because it gives us relief from the pressure that's created inside ourselves from our own internal workings and our own internal world that started in our beliefs and facing of adversity in childhood. So healing is really learning and discovering what's going on inside of ourselves. I call it going on the journey to yourself. When I say to most people, who are you? They'll just like, me, I'm Jason. I'm my age, I'm my job title, I'm my parental status, I'm my sibling status, I'm my relationship status, I'm this person, I'm that person. But none of those things, just try it now for yourself. Can you speak about yourself without using something that's changeable? Remember, your age is changeable, your name is changeable, everything that I've just listed is changeable. Then if we take away all those things, then who are you beyond that? And the answer you should come to is, I don't know. And that's good. Because if you don't know, then there's a way to know. And actually, that's what this is about. It's about knowing who we are beyond all the things that we've qualified ourselves with that are not inherent to ourselves. They are not part of us when we were born. They're not essential to me. And that is the start of the journey of knowing yourself. And that is the start of the journey of healing. Why am I like I am? What really happened to me that I needed to use an escape mechanism to be okay? That's the journey of healing. What is it that happens inside myself when I'm faced with life struggles, adversity, relationship difficulties, financial difficulties with myself? Who am I? How do I operate? What happens inside of me? That's the healing journey. Not through, I am an addict and I need to adopt this belief system that I can't drink or use ever again and I must do all these things in order to be okay. That will give you a respite from drinking, but it won't allow you to heal and know yourself in a deeper way. You don't have character defects. You have adaptive, intelligent responses to early life. You're not flawed or damaged or broken. You're working perfectly. If anything, addiction is a sign that biologically your system is working exactly as it was designed to do so.